So when I say we want to fight for what's right, it's not a political statement. It's we knew it was the right thing to come together on water services and change the structure. We knew that was the right thing to do. When I was on the Lincoln Township Board and we balanced the budget 8 years in a row with a surplus, despite people coming in and wanting to say, why do you have a surplus? Spend this money. It was the right thing for us to do to end that on the surplus. When I was at Cornerstone Alliance and ran the Business Education Partnership, and they said, well, you know, I don't know if you can get businesses and schools to work together. You know, we were placing 1,000 sixth graders in the workplace in Berrien County. We formed the largest student internship, teacher internship, middle school program in the country and got national and state awards. And when I went to the Benton Harbor area schools with a mentoring program, because we know that kids can't learn if they can't read. And we went to the school district and we said, we want to bring this mentoring program here. And the response from a couple of the administrators was, hey, Pscholka, we don't think we can get the mentors. And we went out and beat the streets and we talked to every business that we could think of, and we got them to offer 30 minutes of release time for employees, and we recruited 400 mentors in the Benton Harbor schools. And those kids got 2 to 3 years grade level improvement after 1 year of mentoring. And after this event here today, I'm going down to the Benton Harbor Arts District with the first kid that I mentored 13 years ago. I'm just going to tell you a little story about it. If you saw the movie Blindside, he's Big Mike. He's a big fella. And I met him in 5th grade, and he had a 1st grade reading level. And his mom passed away, his grandmother passed away, he was in foster care, and we started this mentoring program. And we got him up to grade level after the 1st year. He was kind of the class clown, but he's a kid that I followed, and I stuck with him for the course of 13 years. He graduated Benton Harbor High School with a 3.3 grade point average. He's gone to LMC, he's got a full-time job at the Boys and Girls Club, and he is now a mentor in the host program. And he is a guardian of his sister, and he knows he's got to go away to a 4-year school, but he's not leaving until she graduates next year. And she's on the honor roll. So I know some of you got a little letter from me a couple of weeks ago or a week ago. Actually, he was at my house stuffing letters with me. His name is Ardale Clark, and he's going to join me down in the Arts District at noon for lunch. So, and after that, we're headed to Standard Tool and Die to talk about manufacturing. So that's what I mean when we say we got to fight for what's right. We know what's right, and we've got to fight. Here's what we need to do in Michigan. 3 simple, real things that we need to get busy on right away. Number 1, we need to get fiscally fit. We can't continue to do 1-year fixes on the budget. We've got to make sure that, like we did in Lincoln Township, we don't spend more than we take in. And we've got to come up with 2-year budgets. We've got to make those reforms. I mean, we asked our employees in Lincoln Township, look, you're going to have to pay more for your health care benefits. We saw that coming, and we did that. Those are hard discussions to have. But we need to do that. We need to get this state fiscally fit, number 1. Number 2, we got to get the private sector going. We've got to create private sector jobs. The government doesn't create jobs, the private sector does. The government can create the climate whereby we can get things moving again. And I think we can get things moving again in Michigan. We've got to get a fair, predictable tax structure that works for everybody. It's expensive to do business in Michigan. It's expensive for our young people to live in Michigan. You know, you all know the stories. Mom and Dad are here, and Grandma and Grandpa are here, and our kids are not. And that's part of the reason why I'm running. My daughter's not here today. Thank God she's got a full-time job after 4 years at Hope College, but the job is not in Michigan. And I want her back here, and the talent back here in Michigan, creating jobs in the private sector. So I'll be out at Standard Tool and Die talking about manufacturing and talking about the things that we can do to get private sector jobs going again. And when we do that, we haven't been talking about economic growth in the state for a long time, and that's what we're talking about. We've got to get the economy growing again. Then we can make those targeted investments in higher education. We right now don't have any priorities set, and that worries me. And Dick, that's what we did when we did budgets. if everything is a priority, we don't have any priorities. And that's what we've got to do to get this state going again. I think Michigan is worth fighting for. Don't you? Isn't Michigan worth fighting for? We're all here for a reason. We are all here for a reason. We want to be in Michigan. We want our kids to come back to Michigan. So we've got to create the jobs and the opportunities. We've got to make it a little less inexpensive for our young people to come back here and live. And I think working together we can do that. That's my style. I'm not running to get my name in the paper or hear my name on the radio. I've done all of that. I'm doing this to get things done, to bring people together. That's been my track record in this community, is to get people together and to get things done. And that's what we want to do. So I hope you will all join me. We are doing a lot of things. I'm out meeting with groups of people. I'm out meeting with people individually. My daughter kind of laughed at me because, yes, I've got a face for radio, and I'm on YouTube. We actually have a YouTube channel, and we have a video up there. I hope you'll check it out. We're on Facebook, and I put an Al Pscholka for State Representative Facebook page up, and 400 people joined in 48 hours. It's why. The website is up. We've got information on there if you want to volunteer and be part of this campaign. And I thank all of you for what you do. A lot of folks in this room are small business people, people that have been volunteers and involved in government service. Thank you for what you do. And I look forward to working with you. We've got to keep working together to make Michigan the best we can. God bless all of you, and thank you very much.